That's funny. The NBA ID just had to show up. So, anyway, guys, what's going on? Welcome to the WFSO Bucks Talk. So, we're going to talk about this past Wednesday's game, and I guess like I just recording, it'll be tonight, but probably for you guys, if y'all watching this in the morning, it'll be like last night's game because I know they got a game later on tonight as well. So, like talk about a little bit about that in a while. But yeah, they had the lead in this game for the first half. Then it's like that second half collapse is like what's going on is like, and I guess half the time like Doc ain't putting in the right people, and like what's he doing or don't know. And of course we was talking about Doc maybe and somebody did point out this idea, like maybe he'll just be up in the like front office or something like that, but just keep him away from coaching. So that's something I wouldn't mind him doing. But but yeah, it's he this year like his coaching day is over. So most likely it seems like end of the season he's just gonna be done coaching period. So he's already, the finalist for the 2026 Basketball Hall of Fame, and he probably will end up getting Victoria Grayton B1S. Welcome to the live. Juan Barreras Z7Z3N. Welcome to the live. I appreciate it. But yeah, even if they manage, to get into the play-in, which it's like a low chance that they will, but they might end up just being stuck at that 11 seed. But at least you can say they were like the outside looking in, and ain't nothing wrong with that. So let's just get to the quarter status. Trying to get through these games real quick. The highest that the Bucks had scored in the quarter this game was the first quarter with 38. Then you got the lowest that the Hawks had scored was 25. Yeah, it's like their 3-point shooting in the first half for Orlando. Well, first quarter I should say was not that good. Then you have the highest that the Hawks had scored in the quarter in the second quarter is 41. Then you got the Bucks 33. So decent first half. But yeah, this is where the drama starts. Atlanta has 32 points in the third quarter, while the Bucks had their quarter low of 18. Then you have Atlanta with 33 in the fourth and 24 for the Bucks in the fourth. So yeah, just say yeah, that's kind of horrible. So let's go to the game stat. Well, I should say team stats. And go from there. So yeah, like I said, majority of the first half and a little bit of the third quarter, the Bucks were in the lead until Atlanta, I guess got to fire out their butt and just start hitting their shots and dominating just any way they can. You see at one point, the biggest lead the Hawks had was 23, and the Bucks had a 16-point lead at one point. Times tied was 6, longest run 10, lead changes were 6 times. Bucks were a little bit better in rebounding, but then again, they finally, stopped with the small ball lineup, so, thank God for that. And, sucks that KPJ is like out with a knee injury, but they did out rebound the Hawks. That's why I said they was like playing small ball, 41-40. Assists, Orlando was better, but Bucks did do a little bit better than the game before. Steals not too bad for the Hawks 9 and the Bucks 8. Blocks got to be a little bit better. It's because of them not playing Miles Turner enough, which I don't get, why. Rylan Lee X4N, welcome to the live. I appreciate it. And the turnovers, yeah, Bucks not that good with 15. Then you got Atlanta with 11. Field goal wise, both teams did good. With 54% from the Hawks and 50% exactly for the Bucks. 44% from three for the Hawks and 33.3% from three from the Bucks. So yeah, not good 3-point shooting. Free throw wise, not too bad, 70%, and for the Hawks, you might as well say that's 69% from the free throw. Points in the paint, Hawks did better, because mainly, attacking the paint. To Milwaukee's 42. Second chance point, 11 did a little bit better, 11 to Milwaukee's 9. Fast break points, it was all Atlanta, 13 to Milwaukee 5. Oh, excuse me. So now let's get to the player status. So I know, like, when we look at this, we're going to find, besides the coach to blame, probably be the players we're going to blame. So we're going to start with Atlanta first. Oh, wow, they had a different lineup than what they did today when they played against Philly. And yeah, we are going to show, the standings, because it just got weird just from today's games and stuff like that. So we'll get to that later. Let's see, Dyson Daniels, 14 points, 3 blocks, 3 assists, 10 rebounds, so double-double for him, with 4 offensive rebounds, 0-1 from 3, but 7-10 from the field. Milwaukee's own Jalen Johnson, 20 points, 2 steals, 9 assists, so near double-double, and 5 rebounds, 5-7 from the free throw, 1-2 from 3, and 7-17 from the field. Rodriguez, I'm sorry if I said it wrong. Welcome to the live. I appreciate it. Oneka Okongwu, I think I can finally say that right after hearing them say it today. 21 points, 2 blocks, 3 steals, 1 assist, 8 rebounds with 3 offensive rebounds, 0-2 from the free throw, 3-7 from 3, and 9-14 from the field. Nickel Alexander-Walker, he had a team high of 23 points, 1 steal, 2 assists, 1 rebound, 5-9 from 3, and 9-14 from the field. And you got CJ McCollum with 18 points, 1 block, 1 steal, 8 assists, 2 rebounds, 6-6 from the free throw, 2-7 from 3, and 5-11 from the field. Then let's see, from the bench, I think there's some players we can talk about this player on the bench. So Zachary Rashier with their bench high of 12 points. I believe, probably went too far. 1 steal, 5 rebounds with 2 offensive rebounds, 4-7 from 3, and 4 of 9 from the field. Let's see. Jock Landale with 8 points, 3 assists, 1 rebound, and that was offensive rebound. 0-1 from the free throw, 2-3 from 3, and 3-5 from the field. Mohamed Gaye, 8 points, 5 rebounds with 1 offensive rebounds, 2-2 from 3, and 3-3 from the field. And Corey Richburg with 7 points. Let's see, 7 assists, not too bad. 1 rebound, 1 of 5 from 3, and 3 of 7 from the field. Crazy, huh? Now to Milwaukee. Okay, so Ousmane Dieng, I'm glad, they Doc decided, put him in the star lineup. So, like, good replacement for the small forward as of late. And you're probably going to see what different they did tonight compared to what they did Wednesday. But anyways, he had 14 points. Although, the turnover is a little bit bad with 3, but 4 rebounds, with 3 offensive rebounds, 2 of 7 from 3, 6 of 14 from the field. Giannis Antetokounmpo had the game high with 24 points, 1 steal, 4 assists, 5 rebounds with 1 offensive rebounds, 4 of 8 from the free throw, which, like we said, got to do a little bit better. and hopefully focus on that in the off season. Now I know people are gonna say besides him trying to play the summer games, he needs to work on his free throws. True, but 10 to 15 from the field. Still not playing Miles Turner enough, but then again they was kind of like in the losing end again. 8 points, 1 block, 2 steals, 3 rebounds with 1 offensive rebounds, 2 5 from 3 and 3 6 from the field. So not too bad. Field goal shooting. AJ Green, 7 points, 1 6 from 3 and 3 of 9 from the field. Brian Rollins did not have a good shooting game either. 13 points, although only 1 turnover, so not too bad. 3 steals though. 12 assists. So he had a near triple double. He had 8 rebounds, 2 with 1 offensive rebound. So 13, 12, and 8. 3 of 4 from the free throw, 2 of 7 from 3, 4 of 11 from the field. Then, the bench didn't do too bad either, but it was just, more Atlanta than anything. But anyways, Kyle Kuzma had the bench high with 16 points. Sorry. Didn't try to go too far. 16 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, but 2 turnovers. 1 of 2 from the free throw, just 1 of 1 from 3, and 7 to 8 from the field. So his field goal shooting as of late has been very good. So they probably, know his role from, the bench or whatever. But anyways, Bobby Portis with 13 points, 1 steal, 3 assists, but terrible rebounding with 4. 2 of 2 from the free throw, 3 of 6 from 3, and 4 of 8 from the field. Field goal shooting is good as well. Cam Thomas, I don't understand why Doc is not playing him as much as he should, but he had 11 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, perfect 4 of 4 from the free throw, 1 of 5 from 3, and 3 of 9 from the field. So, although his field goal percentage is not that great, but at the same time he's still putting it in buckets. And the final score, 131 to 113. Now we can go on to the next game. I think they may play Atlanta one more time, I believe. Let me see. Okay, they probably won't have the season series against each other, so yeah, so we just gonna move on from that and go to tonight's game, which missed most of the first quarter, saw some of the second all the way there because I didn't know it was gonna be like on regular TV. So silly me. From start to finish, they did good, and you have like 3 players that were very close to having like triple doubles, including Giannis. But you had 3 players that was in the starting lineup that nearly had triple doubles. It's just insane. And plus, the ball movement was much better. To some certain points, and you saw like Utah try to make a little bit of a comeback, and you're thinking like, don't let them come back already. But yeah, just put it that way that it went in the Bucks' favor, and at the same time you don't have I think you have Doc finally making sense and with say with setting up the lineup and stuff like that. So we will talk about the lineup in a minute, but let's get to the quarter status. Got Utah with their quarter low of 13, and you got Bucks with their quarter low with 24. So not that much scoring in the first quarter from both teams. Second quarter you had Utah 31 to Milwaukee's 27. Then you have the third quarter. Both teams had their quarter high of 32 each, and you have Milwaukee with 30 in the fourth quarter and Utah with 23. So yeah, it was crazy. Let's go to the team stats. Let's see, where is it? As y'all see, yeah, majority of the game it was like all Bucks. You had a little bit here in the third quarter. You had like Utah was up at one point, then they was like up again. Then yeah, after that, it was all Milwaukee. So the biggest lead the Jazz had was 2. The biggest for the Bucks was 15. 4 times they tied. The longest run is 10. Lead changes was 4 times, and a little bit better rebounding by Milwaukee, but could be a little bit better. But Utah had 53 rebounds to Milwaukee's 48. Better assists than the last game. Much better. Like I said, the ball movement was much better with Milwaukee 33 to Utah 23. Decent in steals. Both teams tied with 7. A little bit better with blocks. You got Milwaukee with 5 and Utah with 3. Not too bad on turnovers, with each of them having like 11. So not too bad. And I think the Bucks had like a total of 6 in the first half. So not too bad. Field goal wise, not too good for Utah, 34% to Milwaukee's 48% from the field. So not too bad. Field goal 3-point percentage, I should say, is okay with the Bucks with 34% to Utah's 25%. So yeah, haven't done that good in 3-point shooting for them. And once again, 57% from the free throws, kind of bad for the Bucks, but better for the Jazz with 86%. They got to work on their free throws over the summer. And there's something I heard of too while I was in this other podcast earlier, but I will tell y'all about that in a minute. Bucks with more points to the paint, 42 to Utah's 28. Milwaukee's was up on second chance points, 13 to 12. And fast break points, they got it going on 23 to 11. Yeah, that's something. Let's see, let's go to the player stats now. Okay, so it might be on there. We'll start with Utah first. Okay, you got Cody Williams with 13 points, 2 steals, 2 assists, 11 rebounds, so double-double for him with 4 offensive rebounds. Perfect 4 of 4 from the free throw, 1 of 5 from 3, and 4 of 12 from the field. So, not a great shooting night. Kyle Fifowski with one of the players we should have had in the draft, but didn't go our way. But anyways, 14 points, 2 blocks, 1 steal, 6 assists, 11 rebounds, so double-double for him as well with 3 offensive rebounds. Perfect 5 of 5 from the free throw, 1 of 5 from 3, and 4 of 11 from the field. Yeah, I can't talk about him. He didn't score much. Anyways, Ace Bailey with 9 points, 2 steals, 3 assists, 6 rebounds with 1 offensive rebounds, 1 of 9 from 3, and 4 of 13 from the field. Ouch. You got Keon George led the team with 22 points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds, 12 of 13 from the free throw. That's where all the free throws were coming from. 2 of 8 from 3 and 4 of 17 from the field. Let's see, bench wise, yeah, I guess there's somebody to talk about. Blaine Hinston with 8 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, both offensive, 2 of 7 from 3 and 3 of 9 from the field. And we got Bryce Sandoval, 17 points, and I think that's 2 steals, 2 assists, 5 rebounds. Perfect 2 of 2 from the free throw, 3 of 6 from 3, and 6 of 12 from the field. Oh yeah, I forgot they picked up Obama, and I'm surprised they didn't use him. I don't know. So, like I said, with the starting lineup, big change, and until Kevin Porter Jr. is out, why not? Perfect lineup. Okay, and you got Kyle Kuzma starting instead of on the bench, but he had kicked it up a little bit in the fourth quarter, and like I said, his field goal shooting and stuff is getting better. So, that's good. 18 points, no turnovers, 5 assists. Rebounding wise, he's got 2 with 1 offensive rebound. Probably my only pet peeve is like a little bit better a rebounder should be. Perfect 3 from the free throw, 3 of 5 from 3, and 6 of 12 from the field. As for Giannis, had a game high of 27 points. Crazy enough, he had 2 turnovers, 4 steals, which is, I don't know if that's a season high, but I think it is. 4 steals, 8 assists, 9 rebounds. Like I said, one of the players with near triple double. Also, with that 9 rebounds, he had 1 offensive rebounds. 9 of 15 from the free throw. Like I said, he needs to get working on that. 0 of 2 from 3 and 9 of 14 from the field. Miles Turner, like I said, they didn't play him much. They kind of need to play him a little bit in the fourth quarter. Anyways, 8 points, 2 blocks, 3 rebounds with 1 offensive rebound. 1 of 2 from the free throw, 1 of 4 from 3, 3 of 7 from the field. I think if they end up getting a better coach next season, like to utilize Miles Turner, I think he will do much better. So I guess that's why part of me is like can't wait till like next season and see what the Bucks going to do in the offseason, even if they make it into the play-in or not. Old man Danes, yeah, they had him at the shooting guard, so that was interesting. 11 points. Crazy, it was like 2 turnovers, 9 assists, and 8 rebounds. So another person that near had a triple double. 3 of 6 from 3 and 4 of 8 from the field. So not too bad field goal wise. Ryan Rollins with 13 points, but crazy enough he had 4 turnovers, 2 blocks, 1 steal, 8 assists, and 11 rebounds. Like the third person that was near a triple double, but he had a double double. Yeah, he's the only one in the Bucks that had a double double. With 1 offensive rebounds out of that 11. 3 of 9 from 3, 5 of 15 from the field. So field goal shooting, he's really got to work on that. For the first time since, I don't know, since a while, you got AJ Green off the bench. 7 points, 1 assist, 1 rebound, 1 of 2 from the free throw, 2 of 8 from 3, and 2 of 8 from the field. So he got to like work on his like mid-range shots like the all season. Should do more of those instead. Worry about shooting die by the 3, and you know what I mean. Okay, yeah, Bobby Porter's got the bench high with 12 points, 4 rebounds with 2 offensive rebounds, 2 of 2 from the free throw, 0 of 2 from 3, and 5 of 8 from the field. So no, not too bad. And yeah, hey, even Gary Trent Jr. get to play, but I think he didn't play enough. Same thing with Cam Thomas, he didn't play enough, so I don't think that's fair. But we don't know what Doc's doing, so hopefully it gets better next season. Yeah, we hope that So the rumors out there, he's gonna retire, and I guess either they're gonna fire him or retire. So he might have chose retirement. So what is? And another thing that I heard. Oh, I'm sorry, I did not mean to do this. I didn't know this was possible. Let me get that. I gotta figure out how to do that next time. But anyways, the rumor is with Doc Rivers that coaches set up to work on their games and stuff in practice. As I found out with Doc Rivers, they don't practice as much. So yeah, that's one of the big problems there, that they don't practice enough. So just like why are you being a coach? You can't even have them practice as much as they should and work on their game. It's like, are you serious? It's one of those things. Oh, okay, they got the playoff picture up already. So So if the playoffs will start today. Still got the Thunder and at first. Second you got the Spurs. Let's see, third Rockets. Fourth Timberwolves. So yeah, they managed to make it up there. Fifth Denver. Sixth Lakers. Then you have the Suns. Seventh the Warriors. Eighth. Then you got Clippers and Trailblazers. 9 and 10. Well, that will complete for the play-in. So, like I said with the East, this got so weird within a day. It was at one point you had the Sixers at the 6th seed because they lost to Atlanta. Yeah, they dropped. So I will explain that to you guys. But you got the Pistons, of course, best record of the East. Second, you got Boston, and they got Jason Tatum back yesterday. Well, I would say Friday after it's recording, but for you guys it's live. Third, you got the Knicks. Fourth, you got Cleveland. Five, you got Toronto. Sixth, you got Orlando. Seventh, you have the Heat, and like I said, Philadelphia, really, really dropped. So they went down to the 8th seed. Ouch. Then to round it up, you got the Hawks in 9th, and you got the Hornets in 10th with a game under 500. Then look at the outside looking in. We'll start with the East first. Then you got the Bucks, which is they now are 4 games under Charlotte. So you never know. Maybe you hope for Charlotte Hornets collapse the last minute. So things like that can happen. And they're I think they're a game and a half ahead of Chicago. So we gotta watch out for that. We got the Wizards. Then Brooklyn, which got a surprising win over Detroit, which was a shock. Pacers last in the East with the 8-game losing streak. So for PS, let me see, yeah. So mainly you got your first 2 teams already clinched the postseason in the West. So you got Oklahoma City Thunder, of course, best record in the West, best record overall. You got the Spurs, who have now clinched for the postseason for the first time in maybe 4, 5, 6 years, I believe. But I know it's been a while. Then you got Houston, you got Minnesota. Just wins and losses separate them, but they're kind of tied in a way. How funny thing works. You got Denver, Lakers, like I told y'all, and of course you got the 7, 8, 9, 10. But anyways, outside looking in, you got Memphis, which probably from the looks of it, Portland keeps it up. I think they're gonna still be in the play-in. Memphis. Then you got Dallas. Look like they could be creeping up on Memphis, but from the looks of it, with their 6-game losing streak, I don't think so. Pelicans, a little bit more farther than we thought. We kind of want the Jazz, to pass them. Just for the, sake of the draft pick. And you got the Kings last. And most likely, worst record in NBA. So, guys, that's pretty much it. And what we do, we're here for over a half an hour. So, you guys that's on my personal TikTok page, we didn't get to 500 likes. So, hopefully next time we will. And like I said, there will be a giveaway for you guys that's on TikTok. So, just remember next time, click on those likes. And if you guys on YouTube, either live or pre-recorded, y'all know the drill. Like, subscribe, click notification. 1,000 means that we will start doing giveaways. Check out our website, wrestlingfanspeakout.weebly.com. upcoming events and all that stuff. And I know I got to do a little bit editing it on the website before, at this recording, I'm going to sleep. Thank our sponsors, Midwest Wrestling Collectibles and Gray Scott Sports Cars, and thank to who we are a proud sponsor of, which is Mad is Mary. So check out madismary.org. You want to help with the cause for pregnancy and infant loss, because they also got a Facebook page with Pregnancy and Infant Loss Network. So get out and check out. And Phoenix Pro Wrestling, which they got a show next month, and I believe it's 2 days after my birthday. So I know it's on a Saturday. That show is. So it's the 25th. And they also will have a show in August if you're in the Wisconsin area. Check them out. But anyway, guys, once again, thank you all for watching. Until the next video, you guys have a good one, and see you later. Goodbye, everybody. Man up, warming up, face up, and checking your mental health.